Hello, first graders. Welcome to a new math lesson. Today, we're going to start a new topic, topic 7. In this topic, we'll learn how to count by tens till 120, how to count from 1 till 120, and then how to use number chart and other lessons. So let's start with the first lesson, topic 7, lesson 1. Please open your book, page 285. Let's see what we have.
Alex put counters in some 10 frames. How can you find out how many counters there are without counting each one? Write the number.
All right, this is very easy. I know that this is a 10 frames. That means there is 10 counters in each box. So that means that I have 1, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That means 10. Skip counting by 10. So 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And how do I know? Because as I see, each 10 frame get inside 10 counters. So they all have a complete 10 counters inside. So that's a group of 10, another group, a third, a fourth, fifth group, that means 5 tens, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, or 10 group of tens means 100. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Now let's watch our video.
How can you count to 50 by tens?
Let's take a look at a couple of different ways.
You can use 10 frames to count by tens. How many 10 frames are there for 10? How many 10 frames are there for 20? There is one 10 frame for 10, and there are two 10 frames for 20. There are 3 10 frames for 30, 4 for 40, and 5 for 50. How many counters are there in 5 10 frames?
So as we see, each 10 frames gets 10 counters. I see the whole box is filled. So there are 10 counters. So 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50 counters in 5 tens. And that's when we say we count or by tens or skip counting by tens. So each 10 frames have 10 counters.
There are 50 counters in 5 10 frames. How do you count the groups of counters by tens starting with the first 10 frame? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. You can also follow a pattern to count by tens. 6 tens is 60, 7 tens is 70, 8 tens is 80, 9 tens is 90, 10 tens is 100, 11 tens is 110, 12 tens is 120.
All right, so as we see, we know 6 tens means 60 because when I say 6 tens means 6 group of tens, and I know in each group of 10 get 10 counters. So as I'm counting 10 times, 10 counters 6 times. So 6 tens means 60, 7 tens is 70, 8 tens means 80, 9 tens is 90, 10 tens means 10 group of tens means 100, 100, 11 tens is 110. That's mean I have 10 group of tens and one more, that's 11. 12 tens is 120. All right, so let's go for next one.
What do you notice about the numbers as you count from 60 to 120?
that we skip counting by tens, that I'm adding 10 and the pattern. When it's 6 tens, 60. When it's 7 tens, it's 70, and so on.
The number of tens is written first, followed by a 0. What do you notice about the words as you count from 60 to 90?
It's the exact way that you write the numbers. So if I remove, it's going to be 6, 7, 8, 9.
The words start with the number of tens. 60 starts with 6, 70 starts with 7, 80 starts with 8, 90 starts with 9. What do you notice about the words when you count from 100 to 120? Each number starts with 100, and then the words for how many more tens. 100 has no more tens. 110 has one more 10. 120 has two more tens. Now you know how to count by tens.
So as we see, 10 group of tens is 100, so that's 100. 11 tens means 100 and one more 10, and that's what I have, 100, and I had the 10, so 110. 12 tens is 12, which is like 10 tens and two more, or two more tens. All right, let's see our guided practice, page 286. All right, count by tens, then write the numbers and the number word. So the number word is the way we say it or the way we pronounce it. Okay, so what do I have? I know I have that a group of 10, that's 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens, 4 tens. 4 group of tens, that's mean each group that has 10 counters. So 4 tens, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 tens means 40, because as I said, each group have 10, so 10, 20, 30, 40, and that's the way we write the number word 40. All right, let's go for the second one. Now I have how many group of tens? 1, 2, 3. So that would be 3 tens. 3 group of tens. 3 group of tens means what? 10, 20, 30. That's mean I'm adding 10 3 times. So that would be 30. So 3 tens or 3 group of tens is 30. And now I need to write the number 30 in words. So how we write 30. And I'm gonna put it here. So now I can see that I have 3 group of tens or 3 tens means 30. All right. Let's go back to that previous page we have, page 285, and answer the question we have. So now I know that I have how many group of 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And each group get 10 counters. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So how many counters in all? 100. Right? So today we learn how to count by tens to 120. We learned that each group of 10, we count it as one group, and then each group of 10 has 10 counters. All right, that's it for today, first graders. I'll leave you with the rest of the activity, page 287 and 288. Thank you. Hello, first graders. Welcome to a new math lesson. We're still in topic 7. Today's lesson 2, count by ones to 120. In the previous lesson, we learned how to count by tens, so the 10 frames. Let's see what we have today.
Help Alex decide what to say after Jada stops counting. Circle the correct one. Explain why that one works.
So Jada said she was counting and she said 98, 99, 100. As you see, Alex counting by ones, 98, one more, 99, one more, 110. So if I'm going to have one more, it's going to be 110, 111, 112, 110, 120, 130, or 101, 102, 103. Let's watch the video and come back to this exercise.
This block shows 100. You say 100 for this number.
So this is a block for 100. Let's count how many group of 10. 110, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 group of 10s. Each group got 10 counters. That's mean 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100.
How is this number different from numbers such as 97, 98, and 99? "100 has 3 digits, and 97, 98, and 99 each have 2 digits. If you counted all of the little green blocks in this larger block, how many little green blocks do you think there would be?" There are 100 little green blocks. The next number you say is 101 because you have 100 and 1. Why do you say 101 after 100 when you count forward? 101 is one more than 100. What number do you think you say next after 101?
So as we see, we say this is a 100 block and there's 100 green symbol blocks to make that one big block. So if I'm adding one, that's going to be 101. If I add another one, it's going to be 102. And a third block will be 103, and so on.
When you count forward, you keep counting by ones. 101, 102, 103, 104, 105. When you count higher, you start with the words 100. What number do you say first when you read each of these numbers? What number do you say next?
So first, you're going to read the number 100, and then you're going to read and say your 10. So 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, or 120.
You say the 100 first because each number has 100. Next, you say the name of the next 2 digits. So, how would you say each of these numbers? 116, 117, 118, 119, 120. Now you know how to count to 120.
Come on, let's count.
So we have a block of 100 and then we're going to add 1. So it's going to be 101. Another one, we're going to have 102. A third block, 103, 104, 105, 110. So we read the 100 first, and then the 2-digit number for the number till you reach 120. All right, let's see our guided practice, page 290. Count forward by ones. Write the numbers. As we see, 116, after 16, 117, after 17, 118, 119, 120. Very good. So let's go and see number 2. All right. First, I have a blank, a number I need to put, and after this number will be 110. In another way, what comes before 110? Before I say and count 110, what do I say first? Before the 10, what do I say? 109. So it's going to be 109. Let's put it here. And now I'm counting forwards. 109, 110. What comes after 110? After 10, 11. So 111. After 11, very good. 112. And then 113, it's there. So let's put this down here. So now when I count, I will say 109, 110, 111, 112, 113. Let's go for the third exercise. What do we have? 104. Remember, we count forwards by ones. So we adding only 1 to the ones. So 104 after 104. Very good. 105. After 5, 106. And then 107 is written for you. After 107, 108. So I put it down. So now I have 104, 105, 106, 107, 108. All right. Let's go for the first exercise that we have on page 289 and see how can we help Alex. Help Alex decide what to say after Jada stops counting. Circle the correct one. So Jada was counting 98, 99, 100, like a whole green block of 100. I'm adding 1 block, so it's going to be 101. Another block would be 102, and then another one would be 103. So that's the choice. So let's write this down. 101, 102, and 103. Put it here. And so on. So 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103. All right, first graders, that's it for today. I'll leave you with the rest of the activity, page 291 and 292. Thank you. Hello, first graders. Welcome to a new math lesson. Please get your book ready. We are in topic 7, lesson 3, page 293. Count on number chart to 120. In the previous lessons, we learned how to count a group of 10s and 10 charts. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40. We counted till 120. And then we learn about the 100 block, that when you add 1, that's only ones. So 101, 102, 103, all the way till 120. Today, we're going to use the 100 chart. So let's see.
Pick a number. Write the number in the box. How can you find the number that is one more? Write that number. Then write the next three numbers.
So this is a 100 chart. There's 100 blocks and start from 1 all the way till 100. Okay, let's watch our video and come back to it. Answer this question.
I see patterns in numbers when I count forward.
You can find patterns when you count forward on a 100 chart. A pattern is something that is repeated. What is repeated in a 100 chart? Zeros are repeated in the last column of the table. Fives are repeated in the 5th row. What is the same about the numbers in this row? How do the numbers change? The numbers all start with 1. As the numbers change, the ones digit goes up by 1. What is the same about the numbers in this column? How do the numbers change? The ones digit in each number in the column is 4. As the numbers change, the tens digit goes up by 1. A number chart can extend past 100 to greater numbers. The numbers past 100 follow the same pattern. How are the numbers in the 2nd row like the numbers in the 3rd row?
Okay, as you see, the ones in the 2nd rows, the one number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And for the 3rd row, the ones are the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
In each row, the ones digit goes up by 1. The tens digit is the same, except for the last number in the row. The tens digit in the last number in each row is 1 more than the number to its left, and the ones digit is 0. Now choose a column. What pattern do you notice in the numbers in the column? One pattern is that the ones digit in each number in a column is the same. The tens digit goes up by 1. In the last 2 rows, the 100 digit and the tens digit are part of that pattern.
All right, so let's say if we go for the 5th column, what we see the ones, 5, as we see in 4 rows, and the tens digit, the tens, 8, 9, 10, 11, increased or get extra more by 1. So 8, 1 more is 9, 1 more is 10, 1 more is 11.
Now you know how to find patterns when you count forward on a 100 chart.
All right, let's see our guided practice. All right, in your book, page 294, count by ones, write the numbers, use a number chart to help you. So this is counting by ones. 14, after 14, 15, after 15, 16, 17, 18. Now 21, or what you do, you're counting on by 1. So after 21, we have 22, 23, 24, 25, Let's see, 103, easy. I know that I'm changing my ones, and the ones here are 3, is 3, so I'm counting after 103, 104, after 4, 5, so 105, 106, after 6, 7, so 107. Let's put it down. All right, number 4. I have in the third position 49. I'm looking for 2 numbers before 49. So I'm counting backward. What comes before 49? Very good, 48. So let's put it down. Okay, what comes before 48? What comes before 8? 7. So 47. So now let's go count by 1. So 47, 48, 49. What comes after 49? Just I need to add 1 more. After 49, 50. After 50, 1 more will be 51. So let's put our numbers here. So over here, I count by ones. I start with 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I'm adding 1. Second examples, 21. So after 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Number 3, I started with 103. I know that 100 will remain the same. I'm only adding 1, so more than 3. 1 more than 3 is 4, so 104. 1 more, 105. 1 more, 106, and then 107. Number 4 was a bit tricky. I have in the middle number 49, and I need to find the 2 numbers before 49 and 2 numbers after 49. So I just look at my 9. What comes before 9? 8. I put down 48. What comes before 8? I put down 47. So now I'm counting on 47, 48, 49, and I have 2 space or 2 missing numbers after 49. So I'm adding 1, then 49, so 50 and 51. All right, let's go to the first exercise we have and see what we have. All right, pick a number, write the number in the box. How can you find the number that is 1 more? Write that number, then write the next 3 numbers. So you can choose anything you like. So let's say you're starting with, I have my 100 chart here, and I need to put in a box 1 number, and then I count on. So I'm gonna choose 45, for example. So I'm gonna write here 45. I'm putting here 45, and I need to count 1 more after this number. So I have to fill these spaces. So after 45, 46, 1 more, 47, 1 more, 48, 1 more, 49. You can choose any number you like. So I start with 45, 1 more, 46, 1 more, 47, 1 more, 48, 1 more, 49. Over here, that was my 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. That's easy. All right, first graders, I'll leave you with the rest of the activity in your book, 295, page 295, and page 296. Thank you. Hello, first graders. Welcome to a new math lesson. Today we're still in topic 7, lesson 4. If you remember, we started this topic counting by tens to the to 120 using the 10 frames. So we use the 10 frames, and we know that the group of 10 frames has 10 blocks or 10 counters. And when we count 4 tens means 40, 5 tens mean 50, and so on. Then after that, we learn how to count by ones. So we adding 1, so we know that 100, 101, 102, 103. Then we use the 100 chart. Today we're gonna count by ones or tens to 120. So please get your book ready and let's start. Let's see what we have.
Count by tens, starting at 10. Color the numbers you count yellow. What pattern do you see? Count by ones, starting at 102. Draw a red square around the numbers. Count by tens, starting at 34. Draw a blue circle around the numbers. Describe the patterns for each.
All right, let's watch our video, then come back and do this exercise.
You can count on a number chart to find a pattern. What is a pattern? A pattern is something that repeats or changes in a predictable way. Where are the shaded numbers found on this number chart?
Select your answer.
All right, so let's see. When we learn the word pattern means that you have sequence in doing something repeatedly. So over here, where are the shaded numbers found in that number chart? So this is the number chart, and we have the columns, which says 10, 20, 30, 40. So in a column.
The shaded numbers are found in a column at the end of the rows. What number do you count by to say those numbers? You count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40. What patterns do you see?
I see the ones remain the same, 0 in the 4 rows, and I see the tens increased by 1. So it was 1, now 2, 3, and 4.
One pattern is that the tens digit goes up by 1 in each number. Another pattern is that the ones digit in each number is 0. What number do you count by to say the shaded numbers on this number chart? You count by ones. This number chart shows counting by ones from 58 to 61, 58, 59, 60, 61. What patterns do you see? One pattern is that the ones digit goes up by 1 from 58 to 59 and from 60 to 61. Another pattern is that the tens digit is 5 in the first 2 numbers and 6 in the last 2 numbers. Where are the shaded numbers found on this number chart? In a column. What number do you count by to say those numbers?
Select your answer.
All right, look at the column here. What do we have? 84, 94, 104, 114. As you see that the ones remain the same, but the tens increased or get more, one more. So if I count one more 10 than 84, it's going to be 94. One more 10 than the 94, it's going to be 104. One more than 9 would be 10. One more than 10, a whole 10 is 11. So we count by tens.
You count by tens. This shows counting by tens, starting at 84. 84, 94, 104, 114. What patterns do you see? Here are some patterns. The tens digit goes up by 1 from 84 to 94, and it goes from 0 to 1 in 104 and 114. The last two numbers have 100, and the ones digit in each number is 4.
Now you know how to count and find patterns on a number chart.
All right, so let's see our guided practice. All right, page 298. Write the numbers to continue each pattern. Use a number chart to help you. Count by ones. So 112. You can always go back to your the first page and see your 100 chart if you want to help you to write the pattern. So count by ones. 112, 113, 114. That's mean my one digit. The ones go up by 1. After 14, 15, so after 4 comes 5, then 6, then 7, then 8, then 9, then 10. And since I have 1 here, 100 then, so it's going to be 120. So 114, one more, 115, one more, 116, one more, 117, 118, 119, one more than 19 is 20. Let's go for number 2. Over here, count by tens. So now my tens will increase. It will goes up by 1. So 22, 32, 42. Remember, I'm going up by 10. So if you go back to your 10 frame, 100 chart, you will see this one. So 42, 52, 62, 72, 82, 92, 102. So let's put this down. So if you look here, you see that my tens increased by 1. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's go. Question number 3, count by ones. So that means I'm going up, increase my number by 1. So let's see, we have 90, 91, 92. After 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. Down. So as you see, I count by ones from 90, one more, 91, 92, all the way to 98. All right, so let's go back to the first question or first exercise for this lesson and see what we have. All right.
Count by tens, starting at 10. Color the numbers you count yellow. What pattern do you see? Count by ones, starting at 102. Draw a red square around the numbers. Count by tens, starting at 34. Draw a blue circle around the numbers. Describe the patterns for each.
All right, so count by tens, starting at 10 and color the numbers you count yellow. So I'm not going to color it, but I'm just going to put a yellow line. So start from 10, that's here, and all the way till 120. So I'll go like this. All right. What pattern do you see? I can see that the ones in all the blocks all the way till 120 was 0. And then my tens started with 1 and goes up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's the first part. Second part of my question, draw a red square around the numbers. Count by ones starting at 102. So we're going to start from 102 and draw a red square around the numbers. Okay. So I'm going to just put a line underneath because I want you to be able to see it. So 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110. Continue all the way to 120. So 111, 112, 13, 14, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, and 120. All right. Now says count by, as you see, we're counting here by ones. So I'm just going toward the right. Now draw a blue circle around the numbers. So we're counting now by tens, starting from 34. Counting by tens, starting from 34. Draw a blue circle around the numbers, and let's see, 34. So blue circle. 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 104, and 114. So what do you see in the pattern? I see that the ones remain the same, 4, and I can see that the tens goes up by 1. So from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's what we have. The last column in my 100 chart, the zeros the same, and the tens goes up by 1. When I counted by 1, my ones goes up, my 10 remain the same. And then when I started with 34, I noticed that all the ones were 4 and the tens goes up by 1. All right, so that was today's lesson, count by ones or tens in 120 chart. All right, that's it for today, first graders. Thank you.